you try to have a lot of audience interaction going on then, rather than being I am the rock star?
Yeah, I love getting involved, and like, I'm not a rock star. I'm up there to entertain, but I'm one of the people. I don't think I don't have that kind of
high and mighty.
I go too far sometimes because I really worry about what people think of me, and when I try to have consideration for everyone, and when you're in a room with 200 people, it's quite hard to do that. You have to do it collectively rather than worry about, I don't know, spitting in the air and accidentally getting someone in the hair.
They like it. They're like, oh my god, don't spat on this. Keep that.
So do you try to keep a sort of like a set list balanced between your albums, or is it just a case of we want to play that tonight?
No, it's a really good mix actually. This current touring set list, because we do a fixed set list for the whole thing. It's got like 3 off the first album, 2 off the second, 3 off the third, 2 off the fourth, 1 off of Phoenix, and half of the Pride.
It's good as well that you actually bother to, because when I saw you were playing a lot of B-sides from the earlier albums, and
that's because we only had 1 album.
Well, you had 2 at the point, but I think it was good because a lot of people obviously download music for free, and it was good for us people who buy the singles to hear
the B-sides. And B-sides are now they're shifted into integral things for like iTunes and that. If someone's already got the album, there's no point in buying the single online, but the B-sides are the incentive. So
that kind of brings me on to the Pledge Music campaign a little bit, because I bought a signed copy of the album with the DVD and a T-shirt, a Pledge's Only T-shirt, which hasn't arrived yet.
We're on it.
It was dispatched this morning.
First thing was it's quite a tall order, but first thing was getting the albums out and DVDs out. That got messed up for whatever reason. Nothing to do with us. We were on schedule. So we've sorted that. Then it's merch, and then it's right.
Well, I mean, there were some amazing incentives on there for fans. I mean, did you come up with those yourselves, or was it?
Yeah, because I did it last year as a solo campaign, and I kind of. Is that door still open? No. Because I'm cold. God.
Rockstar side of it coming out now.
What was I saying? Sorry, I'm completely lost because of the cold.
The merch. And where did the incentives come from?
Yeah, just I did my one, and then we wanted to make a colossal list, like really expansive, real good options for music buyers, and also get rid of ideas that didn't work so well, because some of it's logistically quite tricky.
Right.
And I think we've learned that with this campaign as well. So you're just constantly learning with it, and I just wanted it to be the biggest list that any artist has ever done on Pledge Music, and I think
as it was the best album ever released on Pledge Music, it made sense for the list to be better.
I mean, it was a quite expansive list. I mean, I think one of the best things on there was that you were giving fans an opportunity to pay for you to do covers of any song. I mean, what kind of responses did you get for that?
Got some interesting choices.
I think we've got to do a Backstreet Boys song.
I was thinking you're going to get everything from Dolly Parton to Dream Theater if you're not careful.
They won't be getting Dream Theater. We can't play guitar that well. We'll just be getting acoustic versions.
Someone's pledged for an acoustic version of this real progressive rock opera thing. That's going to take me like a week.
InMe does Advantage.
I might do a completely stripped down version that just doesn't sound anything like it. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, and that's cool. Like, we like working. It's an excuse to get together as a band and work.
It's a shame no one asked us to cover that song. It was just silence. So that would have been easy money. Proper. We could play it live as well, just have a break.
It's meant to be a technical masterpiece, that song.
I saw a guy actually perform that at an open mic night, this comedian lad I know in Brighton, and he just said who it was by, and then just sat there poker faced for the whole 2.5 minutes or whatever.
The 3 people in the room that got it were in stitches, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that.
Yeah, but they got ejected because you're not allowed to make any noise.
So, this is a question I was asked to ask by the little guy who got us this interview. You die, what 3 albums do you take to the afterlife?
I'm going to go Talk Talk. That's good, I can't even remember the name of the album.
The Death album.
Colour of Spring, it's cool. Talk Talk, Colour of Spring. I get muddled up because he's got a song called Colour of Spring on a solo album.
Right.
For me, Queen. I can't remember what it's called though. It's like best of cassette my dad had. Queen 2 or something.
Right.
One of those. Third album for me.
Say the Pride, otherwise they'll think that it's not the best album ever.
I can't say the Pride, Gaz. I can't pull off the sarcastic "we're the best band in the world" thing that you do.
It's perfectly
It's not
respectable to take your own music to the afterlife.
I'm not sarcastic either. I genuinely think that.
No, I'm not going to choose. I can just sing, can't I? Obviously, so I don't need.
Yeah,
I
Just
don't-
make
to
your
take
own
that with
albums
you.
when you get there.
Yeah. I'm gonna a female singer-songwriter. Sia. What was the album called? It's good, isn't it? My 3 favourite albums. I don't even know what it's called. Sia's album, the one that starts with drawing sounds. Really,
Right.
really peaceful.
He was asked what he would take to a desert island, and he by this Sheffield Corp TV or something, and
I
he
saw
replied,
that.
"A boat."
A boat.
She was
Yeah.
like, she was like,
She didn't quite know how to react to that. I did watch that. It's quite amusing.
and that interview was great because you could just see our manager plodding around in the background, like looking sort of dazed and confused.
That's the funniest part for us.
Yeah, we love it.
Do you do a lot of these interviews then?
I do. I am the interview king. Like up until this tour, we got a really cool regional press guy, and I was doing 2 hours of interviews just for local newspapers all around the UK every day. I like interviews.
I
I
can't-
find
we don't
them
let
quite-
Greg do them all the time.
We don't let Greg do
It's just me and Dave.
interviews. We bounce off each other.
Right.
We're tactful.
Greg's a
and we
bit
can
too
speak.
too blunt.
Right.
Yeah, like the classic interview where there's like Total Rock or One Metal, whichever one it was, were interviewing us at the garage, and asked about the new album, and Dave's like, "Yeah, I've wrote some stuff," and Greg went, "Which is shit."
Yeah.
That's how to big up get the fans excited about what we're working on.
Yeah.
It's shit.
Yeah, so everyone chips in with this band, and like Simon's really good with the gear, and he
He's
like
kind of
loads
a practical
trailer.
guy.
Yeah,
right.
On the road, he's the busiest of us, really, isn't he? Physically.
and he's probably not the man for interviews. So
Yeah, we don't let him do anything on Facebook. The last time he went near InMe's Facebook, he fraped me and
Yeah.
changed my birthday announcements at all the InMe fans. I got like 160 well wishers
Yeah.
in one day, and it wasn't even my birthday.
It's nice to know you're cared for, though.
Yeah, it's nice actually.
but yeah, I like interviews. I think they're therapeutic. Yeah, it's a bit of self-searching kind of stuff.
Is there a question you get asked too often that annoys you? in
Take your hat
interviews?
off! Take your hat off! Why'd you shave your hair off? Neptune! They're the main
Got a
questions.
little
Oh,
bo-
God,
got
when
a
I
little
when I
bonus
saw
to that.
you guys, there was just one guy at the back of the room who kept shouting, "Mosaic! Mosaic!"
It's pointless because we've
Already
rehearsed
written
the
the
same
set list.
set list for 5 months and we're not changing it.
No.
I that's the way we roll as a band, and yeah, it's kind of pointless. After a while, you're like, seriously, dude, I'm not playing it. We can't play every song every night.
You seem to be able to deal quite well with hecklers, because some girl shouted, "I want your babies," and I think he replied with, "You can't have them, they're in a cupboard," which which had me in stitches.
So you don't remember that. Some stuff Dave comes out of is just hilarious. Anyway, once, I don't know what happened, but I looked at InMe's Facebook stage, so I was like, "What?" Something about "we are going to come and eat all your grandma's biscuits."
Yeah, I don't know what I was going. Usually it's when I'm drunk, but yeah. I like to put a bit of humour into what we do and not always be serious on
Yeah.
Facebook and that. So.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I think it's probably around about time to wrap it up, because I imagine you guys have got, if you haven't already done sound checks, you probably got those to
We've
mess
done
about
it.
with.
We've done it.
We just need to go and get fucked up before we play now, mate.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what
with
we
our
do.
tea. Dunno.
Just drink some more tea and I'm after a sheik kebab.
Those your pre-gig rituals then.
Yeah,
Tea
not like
and-
a not a
tea and
kebab
lamb.
from a kebab shop, but from an actual like Indian restaurant.
You know, those far enough down the road,
There's like
that's a pretty good one.
I can't describe what they are. Well,
They're like little mini keftes.
yeah, they're amazing. Put a bit of
Dog poos.
well, now they're not so amazing. You've ruined it. You've ruined the whole interview. That's it.
delete.
Are there any up-and-coming unsigned bands that you're particularly following?
Midgar.
Yeah, we like Midgar.
Midgar we like very much. So really cool.
On a solo level, I'll always big up Hadley Ford, my mate. Yeah, very underrated.
Couple of last questions. One of them's going to be really typical. But what actually influences you musically as a band?
Everything really.
Yeah, it's impossible to say.
Classical
anything specific.
music, rap music, electronic music, metal,
Alcohol.
peaceful music, alcohol, life, experiences,
Girls.
poetry.
Jeremy
I
Kyle.
like that. Girls, poetry.
Yeah, me and Dave have slightly different viewpoints in these kind of things.
Whatever mood you're in, whatever inspires you on the day, films, so everything really.
Cool. And this is the typical question. What do you reckon's the future for InMe?
Mega stardom. So we'll just keep working, make our fans happy.
Well, just for me, keep growing, but in an organic fashion. You know, like doing tours like this, making new fans and reaching new people, and not compromising our music.
Just want to get. I think we just want to get to a point where sort of what we actually get as a band in terms of media exposure, all that sort of stuff, actually is in
Reflects the
accordance
fan
with what
base.
we do, with the size of our fan base and how hard we actually work. Because half the UK like sort of bands that do tours, they don't do near the length that we do or anything like that, and we play an hour and a half a night as well. So we work our asses off for fans. We've got a hell of a lot of fans, but we still get quite overlooked in the sort of more mainstream. And we need more of that kind of stuff, because that's how the new fans are going to hear about us.
Any old band like just gets lumped in this old. And I'm not saying we're an old band, but we're not. This isn't our first album.
No.
So
You're lucky to get to 5-6 albums. You know?
it's tough.
So I don't know. It should be more.
Would you say you live up to your about your reputation? I think I read it somewhere that you are the hardest working band in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's other bands that work just as hard, but yeah, we work as hard as we can, and yeah, if anyone ever calls us slackers or anything, you're wrong.
You don't see